Okay. So hopefully you can hear me. Radio. I'm running a wee bit late, guys, as you can probably tell. So I'm going to put you on hold just for a second while I grab a couple of more wee things together. So I've been running late all day, so I'm about 5 minutes behind where I should be. So apologies. I'll be only a couple of minutes, actually. I've managed to grab most of the stuff that I need. Okay, so I'll be 2 minutes, I swear. I'll be back. So I'm just going to put you all on hold again. Okay, let's get stuck into it, guys. Apologies again. Bit of disaster with 2 strings breaking at the same time for my bouzouki. So yeah, that's never happened before. So I had to change a couple of wee strings around, and there's other things have been running late on. So it doesn't really affect what we're going to be doing tonight, hopefully. So hopefully my bouzouki has calmed down over the last hour, and the tuning may be a wee bit out when we get started. But what we're going to be doing is actually a class tune. So it's called the Humours of Scarriff. Again, I'm taking this, guys, for anyone who's taking notes. All of these tunes are coming from Olivia Barrett's Facebook page. I highly recommend you go over there and see the originals and get to hear her performing, because it's rare that you get a professional musician giving away so many free, so much free music. It's almost like every single time she publishes something, if you were learning violin, it's like almost like a free lesson that you get to see a really nice tune played with all the variations up close with the mic, with proper sound, with proper camera, and played at a proper speed, not this ridiculously fast, or and it's not slow that you don't get a sense of the lilt or the rhythm or anything. And she even provides accompaniment as well, so you get to hear like a little bit of the harmony and stuff. Highly recommend going over there and show your support and everything. Not that she needs it from me, like she's got a huge fan base, so it'd just be nice, I think, just to go over and say thanks very much, because I always are doing that for other people too. And what I've actually said there is I'm going to take a lot of the stuff from her album and send it over to her as notated notation, music notation, just in case she wants it for her students. I'm sure she has loads of fiddle students. So yeah, it's always nice to help people out with other things, guys, that they mightn't have time to do themselves. So do go over to Olivia Barrett's Facebook. I'll put I think it's in the description of every video that I make. I'm just going to check. I think this is the latest one, Humours of Scarriff. I just have to check to see. Let me see. It is. Okay. Is my spelling correct? Humours of Scarriff. Where is Scarriff? I think Scarriff's a little town in Clare, isn't it? Scarriff Village. Yeah, it's Rriff. Okay. I misspelled when you put in 1 R. Okay, so here is my desktop, guys, as usual. And as you can see, I don't have all of the materials that I usually have. I've only got like about half of them. As you can tell, I'm running behind. But I have the main ones. So you'll get to see a little bit of how I put the sausage together. Humours of Scarriff. And I think that should be... yeah, those 2 guys are going to be wedded together. So this is the MIDI that I got off the session.org in this file. And then I just right click on that and open it with MuseScore, which is the free notation program. And that gives me this. Okay. This is going to be a great tune, guys, for quite a few reasons. It's very unusual in terms of tuning. So it not only is it unusual in that I think it's the Aeolian mode, which I'll double check. But even the key that it goes to in the second half, usually when you're in the Aeolian mode, you're in B Aeolian. So it sounds like you're in B minor. I'll just check to make sure. Yeah, B minor. So, and the second part will be in D major. And I always think of, as I was going over the Cork and Kerry Mountains, that. So that's how I remember it. That's usually what happens when you're in an Aeolian mode, is that you go to the relative major in the second half. You don't do that here. So Aeolian mode is rare enough. As we were looking at last week, according to my analysis anyway, it only makes up about just over 6% of the trad tunes that I've ever taught or listened to or given out to students or play myself. So it's about 6.25%, 6.25% of all trad tunes from the 400 tunes that I've got in books. About 6% of them are Aeolian. And this is the first one that it's a famous enough one as well, the Humours of Scarriff, that I've seen that's like, oh, it doesn't go into the key that I'm expecting it to. So it's a rare key to start with, and it doesn't go to where those rare keys usually go to. So it's double rare. So it's definitely worth us having a wee nosy at it, because how often are we going to get the chance to play something in a rare enough key? Let me just get rid of this awful space that's always the default when you go into MuseScore. There we go. Okay. Now, at the moment, of course, this is just the... I can't go that low on the whistle or flute or pipes. But this is the normal standard tuning. Let me see. Is there... Why is this to select all that? Just for a sec. Articulation. Where's articulation in this? There was a... Because at the moment it's very... I'm trying to get rid of that. Maybe if I replace the instrument with an Irish tenor banjo. It's the closest I can get, guys. They don't have the Irish bouzouki, so that's why you hear a lot of my music files. To any of my students out there, you know this. Bang, bang, plank, plank. It's an awful sort of tenor banjo sound, and banjo players will hate it too, because it's nothing like a proper banjo sound. But it's as close as we're going to get. And I'm going to also make it an octave lower. There we go. Okay, those 4 bars are exactly the same as those 4 bars. So structurally now, this is going to be even more unusual in that the first section is titchy. Usually you have 8 bars for the A section and it's repeated. This is going to be 4 bars repeated, so we don't even have the same length of the structure. Oh, didn't know that happened. So it's not even the same length that we're used to for the A section. The B section looks like it's... Well, let's see. Yeah, it is different. Okay, that's awful, whatever they're trying to do there. If I just go into the session.org just to see what the original was, it's the MuseScore's trying to put in an ornament, and as you guys know, nothing beats, you know, the ear, but sometimes the notation it tries to put in ornamentation, and I just want to see what was there before. It's probably just an F dot crotchet or something. Let me see. Yeah, they put in that. Let me just see. Where's the... Yeah, is it this one? Oh. There's another key we could do it in. Okay, that's brilliant. Okay, so yeah, there's a couple of nice keys there. Yeah, okay, so we'll just do it this way first. Okay, so I am going to transpose it. Let's take a wee drink of water here. Sorry guys, my throat's a wee bit off. Okay, so I am going to probably transpose it into the higher key, because pushing it higher, I can hit those notes on the whistle, I can hit those notes in the pipes, I can hit those notes in the flute, but it's the low notes that I'm looking to be able to play as well, which I can't do. That's about 2 notes too low for the standard tin whistle in D. So I'm going to take all of this and push it up into the starting note of B. So let me just take all this first of all and just go. Let me see. Okay, so you guys might be able to hear my whistle, but I'm just checking a couple of wee things. It's definitely more of a fiddle tune. I think it doesn't sound anywhere near as nice as the lower versions. And also, I don't think as nice as the way Olivia's doing it. We'll just have to make do. So it's a bit unusual for a couple of reasons then. We're in the Aeolian mode, which I'll double check. It's going to... starts off in... well, it sounds like E minor, but it's probably E Aeolian. And then D major for the second part, E minor chord for the first part, D major for the second part. So it's going only down, you know, a step. Usually it goes up. It should, like, usually when you're in an Aeolian mode, it'll go up to, you know, 3 steps or 3 half steps. It'll go to the relative major. But here we don't have that. It's going down. So that, maybe that's the unique quality to this tune. Let's try adding in just the title. The Humours of Scarriff. I think Scarriff's a wee village in Clare, guys. And like every village in Clare, it probably has a festival, and you know everyone living there plays trad and knows how to play an instrument of some description. It's one of the most musical places in the world, Clare, County Clare. Is there a composer for it? Let me see. And they're spelling it with 1 R or 2. Okay. Don't know. If anyone knows, I will change it. You know, I always try to give, if I can, I'll always try to give like credit to whoever's writing these tunes, but I don't know. Usually it's in here. Like if it's not in the session.org, you know, these guys are like the encyclopedia for everything trad. Okay. Okay, so now we've got it in E Aeolian, so I'm just going to save this for a wee sec and change the title here, because I've written it down originally as B Aeolian. So if you're not sure about your modes, I'm going to show you how I'm going to check it out. How do you know it's B Aeolian or E Aeolian? Okay, let's have a wee nosy. I'm just going to open up, I think, last week's stuff when we were going over this Cormier? I'm still not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly from last week, guys. So let me know if I'm not. I think written by Denis or Denis Langto, a Canadian from, I think, French Quebec in Canada, composed that tune. So I'm putting on what I think is the French pronunciation, but I'm awful at languages. So let me know if I'm not doing that correctly either. I'm just going to have a look-see to see if I can pull the blog that I did on this, Modes in Irish Music. Yeah, because now all the handouts for that are in here too. I'm probably going to put that actually up on my Facebook page. You see all the handouts for this? I know it's on the website, already, you can check out the blog. It's a blog on my website, but it's really articles. Might actually try and change the name just to music articles. So it's all my blog posts are just, on a specific topic every week. And last week's one was on modes. Very handy. So it's almost serendipity then that we're looking at a very unusual mode tune. Let me see. Yeah, it's probably better if actually I use the other handout. Maybe not this one. Maybe this one. If it ever opens. Come on. There we go. Okay. So for Aeolian, yeah, we're basically thinking of the tones and semitone patterns from A to A on the piano. Is that? There we go. It's eventually going to load. There we go. It's not that my computer's slow, guys. It's that the quality of the image is probably way too high. So yeah, it's probably way beyond what's required for like an A4 page. So if we play A to A on the piano and actually just highlight it, yeah. Okay, so there's all the notes and all the white notes in the piano, A to A, and that ends up creating this pattern of tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone. That is the Aeolian mode. You don't have to memorize the tone semitone pattern, or if you're in America, the whole step, half step. You don't have to memorize it. You just have to know where A to A is on a piano, and know that if you're going from one note to the next note and there's a note in between, then that space is going to be a tone between those two. So it's a tone between A and B, because semitone is obviously the smallest step, and that would have been between A and A sharp, or B flat, whatever way you want to think of it. So A to B is a tone, B to C is a semitone, because there's no black note in between. So those are semitone apart. C to D is a tone, D to E is a tone, E to F is a semitone, F to G is a tone, G to A is a tone. So that'll get you your pattern of tones and semitones if you just remember A for Aeolian. So that's what we're looking to see. Is the piece that we're going to learn, does it use that pattern of tones and semitones? And if so, this will be a super, super rare piece. And if not, I'll be really disappointed. So let me see. I think it is, if it's in... Da-da-dum. Definitely sounds like we're in a sort of a minor feel, so we've got a good start. Okay, so it's E. If I just take the thing off. Is it? I think it's da-da-dum. Now, is there C sharps or C naturals? I don't see any. It sounds like it will be harmonized by C sharps. The fact that it goes into the D major second half, the B section is in D major, and if you're in the key of D major, the most obvious chord that comes after D is A major, which has the C sharp. So yeah, I'd probably harmonize that. That E at the end, like a chord 5. Let's harmonize that E. So I think it does have C sharps if I'm playing a major chord. So sometimes the music may not even have the note that's really critical for figuring this stuff out. There is no C sharp in the melody. But it could be that the harmony will provide that. So I do think there's a C sharp after all. Okay, so does this follow the tone semitone pattern? Tone between E to F sharp, yes. Semitone from F sharp to G, yes. Tone between G to A, yes. Tone between A to B, yes. Semitone, ooh, no. We've got a tone. So it's not following the Aeolian mode now. It's probably going to be more likely then that it's just going to be ordinary Dorian, which is by far the most popular. Kind of knew as soon as I saw C sharp, because usually when you're in the Aeolian mode, you should be able to play like 3 chords parallel to each other. That'll sound nice. Like if this had been E Aeolian, you should be able to do C, D, E minor. So that's how you know if you're in an Aeolian mode. If you're able to play that sort of chord progression somewhere in the tune, da da da, then you know it's the Aeolian mode you're using. But here we've got da da da. It's not the same, and you wouldn't do that, or even. It just sounds weird, but that sounds okay. It's almost like Mario, isn't it? Super Mario. When you get to the end of a level. Except you need to be in E major. So, Super Mario. Aeolian mode. But I don't think there's going to be any C naturals. So just let me see. If that had have been the mode or the scale we're using, you would have been following the tone between A and F sharp, the semitone from F sharp to G, the tone between A to B. Yeah. So tone from G to A, tone from A to B, and then semitone from B to C. Yeah, and then 2 tones. C to D's a tone, D to E's a tone. Oh well. No harm in learning another Dorian tune. I just really want to get an Aeolian tune. Okay. We shall minimize that then. Okay. Yeah, so unfortunately then, the thing that I was talking about last week, guys, still stands. I've yet to come across a tune that doesn't, in Aeolian mode, that doesn't go to the Ionian mode. I thought that was going to be the first one. Like, I was like, yes! And this is the week we finally have it. And it's only a week after we did this whole blog, this whole thing on Ask Me Anything, and it was modes last week. I was thinking, yeah, happy days. No happy days. Poo. Yeah, so if you're interested, check out the blog. And the video is on YouTube as well, doing the whole thing. Ionian, Dorian, Mixolydian, and Aeolian, guys. Though, remember, those are the only 4 that we need to know if you're in trap music. Just the Ionian, the Dorian, the Mixolydian, and the Aeolian. The Locrian is not really used. It's theoretical, but it's not really used because of the diminished fifth between B and F, the tonic and dominant interval. You can't really form nice sounding chords, chord 1 or 5 or whatever on this piece, and using this mode. So Locrian isn't really used. Aeolian we use in Western trad music, so everywhere in the British Isles and Ireland uses these modes. Aeolian, Mixolydian, Dorian, and Ionian. Phrygian and Lydian are used a lot. Don't get me wrong, like, see if you're a jazz musician, like, those are standard, bog standard modes to play in. They do those type of things and then really mess up with them, you know, like really make them hyper advanced and add loads of accidentals to them and make hypo-Phrygian and hypo-Lydian sort of, you know, variants of them. So they do all these other things to them. Those are just the bog standard modes you use in jazz music. But in trad music, we don't tend to use them. Yeah, so what's this one of those things? I want to look into the history of that. I don't know enough about it. I'm sure somebody's done a PhD on this at some stage. Why are we using the Ionian, Dorian, Mixolydian, Aeolian? I have a suspicion it's to do with the physical limitations of the instruments themselves. like the tin whistle. You know, it naturally can only play in those notes or those modes. Otherwise, you need to start covering half notes and things. Hard to do when you're playing a fast tune. So yeah, that's all there. So it still stands. Ionian mode is what you go to. If you're in the Aeolian, you tend to get out of it into the Ionian mode in the second half. This is going to be the Dorian from the looks of it. Even though I can't say for 100% certain that it uses C sharps, the key signature makes me think we do. If I try not to use it, what does it sound like? No, it's definitely going to need it. Yeah, okay. Radio. Not to worry. Crushed. Let's see. Let's have a wee listen to Olivia actually perform it, just to see, is there any way I could salvage this into the Aeolian mode? I'm a feeling it's the Dorian. There's a wee variation she did somewhere there. I'm just going to have to try and my best to find it. Now, she's doing it, I think, in F sharp. No, she's not. C sharp, maybe? Yeah. Okay. Why did I say F sharp? That's completely wrong in every regard now. It's not F sharp, and it's not A. It's, I think, C sharp Dorian. Wow. Yeah, you can see how prepared I am this week, guys. Like, I wasn't rushing at all. C sharp Dorian. And let's take that title as well and just skip it over to here. Do we even need this now? Yeah, we do, because what I'm going to do is get the MP3. I don't like M4. I don't know why. I have a thing about M4A files that just messes up my computer for some reason. Oh, I don't want this either. I just want the batch convert. There we go. Give me the MP3 of this. There we go. So I don't need that anymore. Bye. Let's see. Okay, now if I take her and put her into Fission, is that the way we could do this? I could work it out. Yeah, and I'll have the... Okay, this is going to be a hell on toast for me to work out. Okay, in E minor, it's like this. Da da dum. Okay, I have to do this again. So, ba, ba, ba. So semitone and then tone. So in C sharp, that's going to be. semitone. Semitone, tone, semitone, tone. My goodness, how many? So we have F sharp, C sharp. Okay, how many sharps are we gonna have? This is gonna look weird. But it's always interesting to try and do this. Key signatures. We're gonna need F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp. So it looks like we're gonna be in B, but we're not really. Now, is she doing it really high? Is Olivia doing it high or low? Low. Oh, hi. Okay, I got to do everything an octave lower. There's no way around it. Okay, so let me hear. Ba ba bum. Okay, so all these guys need to go down. Weird. Okay, that's I think the tuning she's in. That should be dumb. I'm going to keep this because this is what she's playing. I'll put this up on my website as well so students can practice along with my whistle playing, but I'll have to take my whistle playing and transpose it as well to match this. So we'll see how easy this is going to be. So that's all of that's going to be lowered, 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 lowered. It's all these B's and F double sharps and C double sharps. Yep, we'll get there. A few hours later. Okay, move it all down. There we go. Oh, missed one. Missed a few. Here we go. B. Oh. I think it's probably this. That's weird. Why did that not go down? Ba 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 dum. I'm just gonna save that to make sure we have a copy of it. Yeah. And also open up this one just to be sure that that ending is the way we think it is. Okay, there's the standard tuning. And she is doing it slightly different. Now, it doesn't go as high, but it definitely goes too low for me. And also all these accidentals, or not accidentals because they all belong to the key. All these sharps I wouldn't be able to play. So again, this is just to demonstrate, guys, that when it comes to tin whistle, flute, and pipes, you're kind of limited a lot of the time. Like, I'm not even sure what whistle I could play this on. You can't get an A whistle, you know, with up to 3 sharps, and there is an E flat whistle. And you can take a D whistle and transpose it to E, but to try and get something into B major, that's going to be interesting. And let me just have a wee listen. She did a variation too that I want to try and get. I think she went down there as well. I think it's that. I think it's that, yeah. Yeah, I like that better. Rather than okay, I like that little roll in there. That's nicer. Let's go back, re-smidgen. It's so quick. Why am I doing this fast? Well, I'm going to do it fast. I could slow it down and pitch switch, but I want to try and push my listening ability to try and do it up to full speed. Da-da-dum. Yeah, different there. So, nice wee variations. That's so much nicer than going you know, bouncing back and forth continuously, which would be it's a bit like that Penguin Cafe Orchestra thing. You know, that thing, but it's hard to do that in B. It's all these sharps. If I show you the notes I'm playing on the piano there. Yeah, what she has is so much better. Da 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 dum. There's a bit more of a flow to it that way. It's not as, what's the word, stuttery or jaggedy if you do it and so these are little things that I notice when because I know that when I play it up to full speed, that's going to be trickier to do that We're going back and forth like a ping pong ball or tennis ball. Whereas if you do it like this, having that roll in there just makes it more trotty anyway. And then that little scalic idea. That's so much nicer. And it also balances out with this. So it's kind of, you know, it's equal to each other. I think she does a second B roll in there as well. So much nicer. I'll go back, I'm a bit lost. Here we go. Okay. Same thing. Did you do the doodle-doodle-dum? Yeah. Move that up. Move this down. Move this up. I think she does a roll there too in that G sharp. No, it's a bit different. I think that's what we had, and I changed it. Yeah, that ending's class. I'll have to get that because it leads you rather than going da 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 dum like we did here. Having that ending kind of ends it, but having like a little continuation, a couple of extra quavers or a couple of extra notes at the end there instead of a big, two long notes like that or a long crotchet. Having a two notes there just to tie it back into the beginning will make the whole thing flow. Especially if you're repeating it and playing it over and over again, which we're going to be doing on the bouzouki soon. Have to get it though. Those first three are correct. I can't hear it after that. Da da dum ba 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 bum. Da da dum da. Ba 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 bum. Do dum. I think. Let's have a listen. Yeah, and then you're back to the dun dun. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, okay, that's much nicer. Okay, now I've got to squish him in to the other one. Okay, so that's why I do it in her original key as well, because I'm going to learn this tune and I want to sort of be able to play what she's doing, because how often, as I said before at the start, guys, how often do you get like a professional musician giving away all their knowledge and talent for nothing? So use it and be sure to thank her for it as well. Because it takes years to develop this stuff. It doesn't just come out of thin air. It takes a lot of effort, a hell of a lot of effort. And now I have to not butcher it. Okay, ba 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 dum da ba da ba dum, and that should be the same. And then this should be do 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 do. Oops. Ba ba bum. That's gonna help it flow. You probably won't hear this in the whistle, but not to worry. Oh goodness. Yeah, rather than bam yam 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 da 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 dum bum bum da 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 da. That's done. Da 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 dum. Ba 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 bum ba ba da 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 dum. Da da da. Da. Yes, can I get a C natural? Make us Aeolian finally, please. Oops. Da 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 da. Da. Then a skip of a third. Da da da. And then down one and up one. Okay, let's make him a down one and up one. Okay. I'm going to activate the whistle. This is weird, me doing it this way. Usually I do this on the bouzouki, but everything's messed up this week, so let's just do it this way. If I just take this out and add whistle. Okay. Hopefully you guys can still hear me actually speak. But more importantly, it's the whistle. I might actually do that little da 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 ba 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 doodle 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 doodle. Yeah, just to make it a wee bit more. Da da. Da 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 da. This could be, after all, this could be finally an Aeolian piece. Not Dorian. Please. Because that little da 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 ba ba that I heard her play, but in a different key. Yes. So, happy days. Ba 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 ba. That's made my day. That was worth all the pain. For me, anyway. Aeolian, if we can save this bloody thing now, that would be good. Oh, for God's sake, it just crashed. Of course it did. Let me just... I know at least that we can change it all back to the Aeolian. Because we finally are able to put in a little C natural. That wee C natural makes all the difference, guys. Aeolian. Is it already taken? Is it ever going to open up? Restore session, yes, because it crashed. This isn't Aeolian. This is now C sharp. Ba 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 ba. C sharp Aeolian. Let me change it. So we've got like two different versions of this. C sharp Aeolian, C sharp Aeolian, and the C sharp Aeolian, which, yeah, that's Olivia playing there. So that's going to be C sharp Aeolian. So we've got the video of her playing, we've got the audio of her playing, and we've got the score. I can spell. We've got the score of her playing as well. So score, video, and audio. That's usually what I start with each week. So you can see how far behind I am, not having that ready to go. Then again, I don't think I would have ever had that ready to go. It sounds like I would have had to have gone through, I would have gotten everything wrong. So I'm kind of glad that I didn't, have it just good to go, because it's not just good to go. There's a lot more to this wee tune than I thought, in a good way. I buggered this up. I have. I've got these the wrong way around. Okay. You know what? E Aeolian. It should be. I'm just gonna take out the thing and then just make this is gonna be the right one. This should be E Aeolian, and then this one, it should be C sharp Aeolian. God, you'd think I'd do this for a living. Yeah. Ba 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 ba. C sharp Aeolian. There we go. Okay, that's her stuff all up there, all next to each other, nice and neat. Okay, and here's my messed up stuff underneath. And I'm not even gonna try and figure out where this comes from. I'm just gonna close it. Okay. Let's take her original and move it down. I think that's probably easiest. If we go to pitch switch. Pitch switch. And we're going to take her stuff and put it down. What is going on with this thing? There we go. Okay, here's her original. Oh, before I do that, actually I better edit it to make sure it starts and ends properly. So bring it into Vision properly here, just to make sure there's no weird ending. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah. Okay, that works. Okay, that's that done. Let's bring it into pitch switch now and mess it up. She's in C sharp. I want to bring her to B. No. I want to bring her to E Aeolian, which means moving everything up 3 semitones. Isn't it? Let me see. 1, 2. That's it. Okay, so just saving the other version, so you can tell it's nowhere near as nice as her original. Usually they're not as nice, guys. Like usually when fiddle players are able to like go into other keys, it usually sounds nicer because they're usually going lower or higher than what you're used to. If they're going lower, it's even better. You get a richer tone. And as you can tell, when I pushed up her tone to the standard tuning there, it just doesn't sound as good. But believe it or not, that is the standard tuning. Yeah, so I kind of prefer, if possible, it'd be great just to take all trad music that everyone plays and just lower it by like a tone or a tone and a half. And that's what she's doing in a lot of her music, which is why it sounds so nice compared to what I play. Ba 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 ba. But it should have been. Da 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 dum da 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 dum. That was so much nicer. Ba ba da ba dum da 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 dum. Ba ba da ba da 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 dum. Okay, so now we have both versions lined up and ready to go. What's the next thing we could do? Well, let's bring these audios. I'm gonna do her version first of all. And bring it into Vision, and then just start snapping it into sections, and then we'll see if we can add some chords to it. Where does she start playing? Is it there? Is that where the tune begins? Let me see if I just undo. I think it is right about there. Yeah. And I think it repeats basically here. Do you see how quick it is? Like, this is the whole tune. And that's like the end, the A section just repeats. And dun dum. Da da dum. What is he doing? Try it from here. Yeah. I think it's yeah, there. So this is the A section again. Just going to move this a little bit this way, just to see if that sounds better. It looks... I'm just going to move it back just to see, is it... It's definitely a delay, or longer delay if I do that, so it just doesn't sound as good moving it this way. Maybe it's this one. Move this guy in. That'll do. Second part. Okay, so I think that's where... There. Dun dun dun. Bit too quick, maybe. I'm just gonna move it there. Let's hear it again. A bit too slow. Yeah, maybe I went the wrong way. Back. Yeah. So I'm gonna move. Oh, there. It'll do. Next part. Okay, so let's actually do the rest of it because she's adding something new in here and I may have missed it. Dum. There. This is a harder part. Maybe it's a wee bit too slow. I'm just going to move it back. There. That'll do. Next part. Is it there? Let's have a listen to the previous part. there's a wee bit of bleed into the next part, so it's going to move this back. Oh, not too far though. Let's try this. I think it's about to go into the next part. Yeah, so I think it's right about here. Oh, maybe we messed that up. Bit late. Go back. Cool. I should have learned fiddle, guys. It's not too late. Like, it's something to do with age. It's time. You know, just I'd have to give something else up. And I'm really thinking about it. It's definitely something I'll do if I ever, I was going to say someday when I retire, but I'm never going to get to retire. But I would love to learn the fiddle, because you can see, like, the amount of stuff you can do. It's not just that you can play all the same tunes that everybody else plays. You can play them in any key. There's about 100 different techniques you can add. You can play 2 strings at once, double stops. You can do pizzicatos. You can do spiccatos. There's about 50 different techniques you can do with the bow and with your fingers as well, on the other hand. So, yeah, it just goes to show, like, if this was me playing on the whistle or flute, it's probably only about half of the variations and stuff I'd be putting in there. Okay. So we got a nice layout of it. We're going to save the cue sheet. This is the cue sheet thing. And we're going to save it to the desktop. It'll probably want to override the MP3 it's using. Yep. Give it permission to do that. So that's the original, which is what we're going to use. Okay. Well, we'll do that then. We'll just take all of her stuff down here. And for you guys who are my students, I'll probably create another cue sheet for you guys. Because you're in my courses, so you'll get your own, like, little separate thing that you can do for the standard tuning, and I'll just upload that to the course. Okay, so that will be on the course webpage on the website. So I won't do that here because I want to just play along with her version. I'm actually going to put them on top of each other to make it a wee bit less cumbersome, because I probably want to have the cue sheet. Yeah, up here. Right, moment of truth. Bouzouki time. Ooh, new strings. They were badly needed. As anyone who was here last week will tell you. Oh my god, those strings. And I only had them, like, on for about a month, but these will probably need to go soon as well. I used to get through a pair of strings like once every 2-3 months, and now it's once, if I'm lucky, once every 4 or 5 weeks. That's really quiet. Is it just me? I forgot to add in. I've got my straight jacket on. I have to hit something on my music audio interface called instrument. There we go. As soon as I do that, it should be normal. Yes, and now the tune. Apologies, guys. I'll show you where the notes I'm using for this, but it's G-Dad, G-D-A-D. Yeah, it's not liking this at all. Okay, let's remind me to go back over to my normal mic. Okay. Oh. There we go. There we go. So the class can finally start. Yeah, someday. What is going on? Yeah, I'm gonna have to change these strings again at some stage. Okay, I'm just gonna check my audio levels for this, guys. 2 seconds. Nope. Yeah. Finally start. It's weird. What is going on? Okay, I'm gonna turn myself up a wee bit, I think. Okay, let me see. If I go into here, if I go into there, and if I go into Irish Music, I'm gonna give myself an extra thing. There we go. Okay. Whew. Let's see if we can actually get stuck into this. Now the camera angle that I'm going to use for this is going to be a little bit better than what we had last time. I think last time it was something like this, but you can see it cuts off half the face. What I'm going to do is try and get this to go down a wee bit. Really don't need that open at all now. Yeah, maybe that can just stretch all the way out too. So we listen to it again just from the start. Okay, let's see if we can get that. Could do it there, I suppose. Let's hear it from here. There's no sort of nice version that we could do in this key, because either the capo's going to be way too high up, you know, it's going to be like here, mandolin territory, or it's going to be here, which always is quite limiting in terms of the key. But if it stayed in a minor key, it'd be fine. But the fact that we go to dum as our next chord, our next key, yeah, so we end up doing there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I probably prefer actually doing it in the standard tuning for this one, which is a bit unusual. It's going to be in the yeah, I'll swap it over. I'll swap it over into the other key. Let's see if that. Oh, let's save it there. Just override whatever's going on, and that'll do that. Let me see if I just bring up the other tuning. Standard, capo on 2 for anything in E. Okay, let's go to Bazooki Cam and see what chords we can figure out for this. Let me see if I go to there. Okay, and I'll go to here down low. That's what we're focusing in on. And also maybe just move the other camera a little bit over the other way. And also let's get the amp up. Okay, all I'm going to do is put it through pitch switch and slow it down, so see if we can come up with some chords to this. As usual, I slow it down to about 86, 85, 86, 87%, depending how distorted it sounds. I'm just going to put this on like a loop. So let me see. I'll take this guy, open him up in Vision, and probably do it from... Let's zoom in to see exactly where that happens. Is it there? I think it is here. I'm just going to move it back a wee bit. I think it's from here. Okay, let me get the pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Way too late. Move it back. Okay, so when it gets to the end, it should go back to the start. Smoothly. So... Yeah, I'll be okay. absolute nightmare, this. Okay, so that's D sharp. Oh, it's good. According to that, it's okay. That's right. According to my tuner, those are both in tune, but when I listen to it, it's definitely not. Yeah, something not right with these strings at all. Like, that's completely thud. I've checked the action and everything. Everything looks alright, just don't know. Okay, not to worry. Let's just blast ahead. If I have to change the strings again, so be it. Okay, if we save this out, save selection as yeah, we're gonna save selection as slow and save that to the desktop. You guys won't be able to see this, but hopefully, yeah, I can just save this cue sheet as well. Okie doke, so I've saved out a little MP3 version of this, and I've just called it the slow version, so when I put it in the pitch switch, I can slow it all down. Hopefully that will help the tuning issues as well, because for some reason my bouzouki guys all day today, don't know what it is, if it's had a bang or something, or knocked into it, or something's knocked into it, but it's not the usual. Yeah, it's going out of tune every couple of minutes. I might have to just... Yeah, if I don't get it tonight, I'm definitely doing this tune next week. But it's just, I can't get my bouzouki to stay in tune. Just after a couple of strums, it just disappears again. might be getting slightly better. I don't know what was going on with it. I'm just gonna loop this guy all the way. Don't know how it's doing this. It's going sharp, and I know that's usually a sign of like everything getting, but it's not that warm. It really isn't. And it's just. I don't know how it's doing this. Yeah, what I'll do, guys, is I'll probably just have to call it a night with this and figure out. I'm gonna have to maybe drop this bouzouki in, just to see if I can get. Maybe there's something with a truss rod or something in it. I don't know. Because yeah, the strings do go out of tune very quickly in this thing, but I thought that was just me wearing through them very quickly. Well, what you can see, if I don't play with the violin just for a sec, just to see what I came up with, even when I was trying to tune it, is keeping the capo on the 2nd fret. Anything to do with E, this is now in the key of E Aeolian. And then we're going to D for the B section. Which, if you look at if I put the capo on here, there's the E Aeolian chord we can get from the first 3 courses here. But if you play the C major shape with the capo on 2, it actually ends up creating a D chord. Just don't have to play him. Or you can add another A there, if you want to. Actually not too bad when the higher up I go. Why is that? You want to go down low though? Do you know what it might be? It might actually not be the bouzouki at all when I think of it, because it's only when I hear it when it's playing with the violin, but the violin may be distorted now that I've moved it into the new key. Yeah, you can hear how that's not in tune. Let's tune it. there's a chord that I'm missing in there, which is going to be interesting to try and figure that out. Da 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 dum. Moment of truth when I take this off. Yeah. It's that bass string, it isn't divided, unfortunately. So it's nothing that I've done in the mess around in pitch switch. It's actually this. That just doesn't sound right. Like, here's the first one. Here's the second one. You hear the difference? It's almost like that's been dampened or something. I'll have to check that out. Okay, so rather than me trying to figure this out for the next 20 minutes, half an hour, and probably only get in, you know, like good 10 minutes of practice, I'm going to call it a night there, and I'll figure out what is wrong with my bouzouki. So it's just as well, actually, that things have been running late, and we got time to explore that piece properly, because, like, whatever's going on here, it's not a happy boy, this this bouzouki right now. Can't keep it in tune. I can get it in tune, and then after maybe about 2 minutes of strumming it, it just goes wildly out of tune. So figure out what's wrong with this thing. Oh well. Sorry about that tonight, guys. I was looking forward to that tune. Now they're finally found an Aeolian one. I want to do it properly, though. I want to sort of take my time on it. But I think it was useful anyway for you guys to see how I sort of collect all the materials anyway. And I'm always on the lookout for weird tunings. So this is a great one, the Humours of Scarriff, because it is, I think, an Aeolian tune. I'm about 90% certain based on what I've heard Olivia playing that it is an Aeolian tune. I just wish I was in tune. And we'll figure out a way of getting around that for next week. So apologies for not getting our usual run through, but it would kind of have everything ready for next week at least. So there is that to look forward to. I'll post a wee bit more of it on the website for you guys who are in the courses. You'll see it hopefully appear in the standard tuning of it will appear in the course. Okay, so we'll get stuck into the unusual tuning next week as well. Yeah, so I'll leave it there, guys. I'll see you again tomorrow if you're around for Ask Me Anything, and if not, I'll see you again next week, and we'll definitely have a go at doing this properly, and I'll figure out what's happened to my bouzouki. See you next time, guys. All the best.